Welcome to video 2.2a. We're going to translate some expressions. Okay, so I'll walk you through it. So basically we're going to have to understand the vocabulary of the English language and relate it to the mathematical expressions. So you start with D dollars and then you spend $15. How much money remains, is left? Okay, well, if I spend money, I'm subtracting it. So I started with D, and then I subtracted 15. So just D minus 15. Okay, B. You have 5 boxes of pencils, and each box has P pencils in it. Okay, so I've got 5 of these boxes with P pencils in them. Well, each box has P, so what I'm going to do is say 5 times P. And again, if I wanted to put units, this would be dollars and this would be pencils. Last month, you ran 82 miles. This month, you ran M miles. How many total miles did you run? Well, last month plus this month. So 82 plus M, and that would be in miles. Okay, example 2. Translate these to an algebraic expression. The product of M and 7. So product means to multiply. So it's just going to be M times 7. Or you could just say 7M, but I'll just leave it that way. The sum of B and 9, well, sum means to add. So B plus 9. 2 more than W, that means to add. So I started with W and I added 2 more. Now you could write 2 plus W, but when we get to subtraction, it's going to be important, so I'm going to write it as W plus 2, even though 2 plus W is acceptable. All right, D. Oh, here's an example. 5 less than X. Here's the common mistake. It is not 5 minus X. I repeat, it is not 5 minus X. I started with X, and then I did 5 less. So it's going to be X minus 5. 5 less than something. Always do the less than and add to the far right. Triple Y, well, triple just means to multiply by 3. And then you can go 3 times Y or just 3Y. Well, here we go. Okay, so we're just relating the words to the math. All right, so 5 more than twice Ravi's height, and Ravi's height is going to be represented by the variable R. So 5 more than something, right away, I'm thinking of 5 more than something. But 5 more of what? Twice Ravi's height, so 2R. Okay, next. 10 more than, time out, right away, 10 more than. Put that to the far right. 10 more than what? The product. A product is going to be something times something. So somebody times somebody. Who are those two things being multiplied? 12 and Nina's height, which is N. I'll put the times sign symbol there. You don't have to, but I'm just emphasizing 10 more than that product. 32 decreased. So I'm starting with 32 and then decreasing it. Okay, so I'm starting with 32 and then I'm decreasing it. By how much? By twice Annetka's savings. And Annetka's savings is A. By twice A, 2A. Okay, example 4. The sum, so right away, I'm thinking of something plus something. I got to find those two things. 5 times a number and 7. So those are the two things that are being summed. 5 times a number and 7, and the number I'm going to call n. So 5n plus 5n plus 7 equals 9. And sometimes to do a check, I like to just take a look at it. The sum of 5 times the number n and 7 equals 9. Looking good. B. Twice. Okay, twice. 2 times. 2 times what? 2 times a difference. Okay, so 2 times some difference. That whole thing's got to be in parentheses. What's the difference? The number is n, and the other number is 7. So the first thing is n and 7. Whenever they say the difference, the first thing goes first, the second thing goes second. Equals a 2. Okay, 3. 3 times. Okay, 3 times. 3 times a sum. So right away, it's going to be somebody plus somebody. I just got to find those two somebodies. Who are they? The number is x, and the other number is 5. Keep in mind, Alex will give you different variables to represent things. It won't always be n or x. It could be any letters at all. And oh, by the way, that equals 18. So equals 18 sounds the same English and math. Okay, last one. The sum, boom. Somebody plus somebody. Who are those two somebodies? 8 times a number. So 8 times a number, so that's the first thing, 8x. And 6. That's the other thing being summed. So that sum equals 8. Whew. And again, as a check, you could always just keep reading it and going back and forth to make sure it makes sense. So there you have it, translating more expressions.